Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English learning podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Susan. Today, we're going to continue our discussion on mastering common English combinations, also known as collocations or sentence frames.
That's right, Susan. These combinations are essential for speaking English naturally and fluently. Knowing these combinations can help you understand and speak English more quickly and confidently.
Exactly, Emma. Using these combinations can make your English sound more natural and help you communicate more effectively. Let's dive into some useful combinations you can start using today.
Great idea, Susan. I'll introduce a combination, explain it, and then Susan will give examples of how to use it in different contexts. Ready?
Absolutely. Let's get started.
Our first combination is, what do you think? This phrase is used to ask someone's opinion about something. For example, what do you think about this movie? Susan, can you give us some more examples?
Sure, Emma. Here are a few. What do you think about my new haircut? Asking for an opinion on appearance. What do you think we should do next? Seeking advice on the next action. What do you think of this idea? Asking for feedback on a proposal. What do you think about going on vacation? Seeking an opinion on a potential plan. What do you think of the new restaurant in town? Asking for thoughts on a new place.
Excellent. The next combination is let's. This phrase is used to make a suggestion or propose an activity that you want to do together with someone. For instance, let's go for a walk. Susan, what other examples can you provide?
Of course. Here are some ways to use let's. Let's watch a movie tonight. Proposing an activity for the evening. Let's try that new restaurant. Suggesting to visit a new place. Let's meet at the park. Proposing a meeting location. Let's plan a trip for the weekend. Suggesting to arrange a getaway. Let's finish this project together. Proposing to collaborate on a task.
Great examples, Susan. Our next combination is I need to. This phrase is used to express something that is necessary or required to do. For example, I need to finish this report by tomorrow. Susan, can you give us some more examples?
Here are a few ways to use I need to. I need to call my mom, indicating a necessary action to contact someone. I need to buy groceries, expressing a requirement to purchase food. I need to study for the exam, showing the necessity of preparing for a test. I need to fix my bike, indicating the requirement to repair something. I need to make an appointment with the doctor, expressing the need to schedule a medical visit.
Perfect. Now, let's move on to is it okay if? This phrase is used to ask for permission to do something. For example, is it okay if I open the window? Susan, what examples do you have for this one?
Absolutely. Here are some examples. Is it okay if I borrow your book? Asking for permission to use someone's book. Is it okay if I arrive late? Seeking approval for a late arrival. Is it okay if I use your phone? Requesting to use someone's phone. Is it okay if I bring a friend to the party? Asking if a guest can bring someone else. Is it okay if we reschedule the meeting? Seeking permission to change the meeting time.
Fantastic. The next combination is can you? This phrase is used to make a request or ask someone to do something. For example, can you help me with this? Susan, can you share some examples?
Sure, Emma. Here are some ways to use can you? Can you pass me the salt? Requesting someone to hand over an item. Can you turn off the lights? Asking someone to switch off the lights. Can you explain this to me? Requesting an explanation. Can you pick me up at the station? Asking someone for a ride. Can you check my homework? Requesting someone to review an assignment.
Perfect. The next combination is I'd like to. This phrase is used to express a desire or intention to do something. It's a polite way to say you want to do something. Susan, can you give us some examples?
Absolutely. Here are some ways to use the phrase I'd like to. I'd like to order a coffee. Expressing a desire to make a purchase. I'd like to visit the museum. Indicating an interest in going somewhere. I'd like to learn Spanish. Showing an intention to study a new language. I'd like to talk to the manager. Expressing a desire to speak with someone in charge. I'd like to take a break. Indicating a need for rest.
Excellent examples, Susan. Now, let's introduce 3 more common combinations. The first new combination is I'm used to. This phrase is used to express familiarity or comfort with something that is a regular part of your life. For example, I'm used to waking up early. Susan, can you provide more examples?
Absolutely. Here are some ways to use I'm used to. I'm used to drinking coffee every morning. Indicating a daily habit. I'm used to the cold weather. Showing familiarity with a climate. I'm used to working late hours. Indicating a regular work schedule. I'm used to this neighborhood. Showing comfort with a living area. I'm used to using this software. Indicating familiarity with a tool or program.
Great! The next combination is I prefer. This phrase is used to express a choice or preference for one thing over another. For example, I prefer tea over coffee. Susan, can you share some more examples?
Sure, Emma. Here are some ways to use I prefer. I prefer staying at home on weekends. Indicating a choice for leisure activities. I prefer summer to winter. Showing a preference for a season. I prefer reading books to watching TV. Expressing a choice for a hobby. I prefer walking to taking the bus. Indicating a transportation preference. I prefer this brand of shoes. Showing a preference for a product.
Perfect. The last combination for today is it seems like. This phrase is used to express an impression or a guess about a situation. For example, it seems like it's going to rain. Susan, can you give us some more examples?
Absolutely. Here are some ways to use it seems like. It seems like she is happy. Indicating an impression of someone's mood. It seems like they are busy. Showing a guess about someone's availability. It seems like the store is closed. Expressing an impression about the status of a place. It seems like we are lost. Indicating an impression of the current situation. It seems like he knows what he's doing. Showing an impression of someone's competence.
Excellent examples, Susan. We've covered a lot of useful combinations today. Remember, practicing these combinations will help you speak English more naturally and confidently.
That's right, Emma. We hope you found these tips and examples helpful. Try to use these combinations in your daily conversations and writing. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to check out the transcript for this episode. See you next time.
Yes, thank you. Keep practicing and stay motivated. See you in the next episode.